All right, let's dive right in. We often talk about the future of America like it's some far off event we're just waiting for. But what if that's not right at all? What if the future is a project that's being built right now by the choices we're all making? So, what does that construction project actually look like? And that's really the heart of it. This whole thing is happening quietly, but incredibly fast. I mean, the foundations for the next 50 years, they're already being laid, often just below the surface of our everyday lives.
You know, this feeling of standing on the edge of something totally new, it isn't unique to us, not by a long shot. America has always been a nation shaped by huge, profound transformations. You could almost say that facing down uncertainty is part of our national DNA.
And you can see this clear pattern throughout our history, right? In the 19th century, it was the railroads that completely rewired the continent. Then, the 20th century saw this massive shift from factories to the internet. And now? Now we're making the jump from smartphones to something that might be even more fundamental: artificial intelligence. So that brings us to the first huge force of our time: technology, and specifically AI. Now, it's really important to get this right. AI is not going to replace America, but it is absolutely going to reshape it, weaving itself into the very fabric of how we live.
It's going to change how we get around.
It's going to change how we heal.
And yeah, it's even going to change how we learn. But it's so much bigger than just these specific tasks. Just look at how this changes the whole picture of work. Suddenly, it's less about the degree you have and way more about the skills you can actually use. It's less about repetition and more about creativity. Our homes, our cities, they're all becoming smarter, more connected. But there's a catch, right? Our decisions will be faster than ever, but that also means they could be a whole lot riskier if we're not careful.
And this is the central challenge, isn't it? Technology is always going to push forward. The real test is whether we, our ethics, our communities, our ability to adapt, can actually keep up with the incredible power of what we've created.
This massive tech revolution leads us straight to our next big topic, the economy. I mean, it's creating this enormous potential for growth, but it also forces us to ask a really tough question. Is this growth going to lift everybody up, or is it just going to create an even deeper divide?
I mean, just look at the amazing new industries popping up. We're talking about clean energy, biotech, digital services, even space exploration. These are going to be the engines of opportunity for the next generation, for sure. But with all that opportunity comes a really stark choice. It's like we're standing at a fork in the road. And the key word here is adaptability. People who can learn, who can evolve with these new industries, they're probably going to do great. They'll move ahead. But for those who can't or don't, well, they risk getting left behind. And that's a huge challenge for the whole country. Okay, so beyond tech and the economy, America's future is going to be defined by its people. The country is becoming more diverse than it has ever been. And that brings in new voices, new ideas, new energy. And that incredible diversity, well, it presents us with another choice. And in a world filled with social media where it's so easy to just amplify your own opinion, the choice becomes pretty clear. Do we go down the path of unity, where we actually try to listen to each other and find some common ground? Or do we choose the path of division, where we all just shout past each other from inside our own little echo chambers? Now, let's zoom out a bit to the global stage. For decades, the world has kind of operated in a certain way. Well, that's changing. New powers are rising, the world's becoming multipolar, and America's role in it has to change too. This means the whole definition of what it means to be a leader on the world stage has to evolve. The future won't be about control. It's going to be about cooperation. It won't be won by force, but by influence. And real, lasting leadership, that's going to be built on trust, not fear. So we've talked about technology, the economy, global politics, all these huge external forces. But you know what? The real driver of the future isn't found in any of them. It's found somewhere a lot closer to home. It's not in our machines, they're just tools, they don't make the choices for us. It's not in our politics, either. Our institutions, they're a reflection of our values, they're not the source of them. And it's definitely not in just sitting back and waiting to see what happens. The future isn't something you predict, it's something you build. So where is the future being built? It's simple, really. It's in people. It's in us. The future is nothing more than the sum of billions of individual choices, actions, and beliefs. And we build that future in very real ways.
We build it in how we teach our kids. We build it when our leaders decide to choose responsibility over grabbing for more power. And maybe most importantly, we build it every single day when each of us makes the hard choice to seek out the truth, even when a comfortable lie feels easier.
Look, there's no stopping these waves of change. They're already here. Technology, economics, social shifts, it's all happening. And so that leaves us with the only question that really, truly matters. And this isn't a question for pundits or politicians to answer. Nope, this one's for everyone. The future is coming. What kind of America will we choose to be when it arrives?